Alright y'all, so let's jump right into this haircut tutorial. Right here I'm using my Oster Fast Feed wood grain additions using the double magnetic guards, and I have the lever open on the one guard. So this is a 1.5 on top, and then we're gonna do a high ball fade on the sides along with the beard with some color enhancement using Kiss Express. I apologize, I lost my voice during the CT Barber Expo. If you haven't checked that video out on my Instagram, go check it out. Follow me at Matt_Giftedhands, and I posted a video on how I lost my voice. We were singing in the RV on the way up there, and yeah, things got crazy. Alright, so the first initial guideline was the lever closed, right? And then we opened up the lever for the second guideline and put it in the middle. And then we're gonna open it all the way to create the third guideline. Now, the bottom is irrelevant because it's gonna be a ball fade, right? So you don't need to ball it out, this moment. So we're gonna come back to that, and this is kind of like, sometimes I'll fade like this, sometimes I'll ball out the bottom, in the beginning, but it's just typically how I feel at the time, I guess. But guys, this is a funny and hilarious tutorial. Watch it all the way through. There's some comedy. Also, there's a hidden surprise at the end of the video, and it's super quick. So make sure you have your volume turned up all the way. Don't try to fast forward to it. Just watch it all the way through. All right. So now that we went all the way to the half with the lever open, now we're working our way back down to perfect the blend. And my man Loco is, he is drinking a beer. I'm sorry you saw that, but this is after hours at the shop. I tried to remove all those scenes out, but I guess I missed that one. I apologize. Alright, so now the 1.5 is on top, correct? So now you're gonna come with the one guard with the lever halfway open and go kind of to the ridge of the head and just soften that darkness up. And you're gonna cut in different directions, making sure that the hair is feeding into the blade. That way you're going against the grain. We're gonna put some color enhancement on the beard and also on the hairline. I've been getting a lot of questions. I don't know about if I'm gonna be doing Beijing just because they changed their solution in their product, and I had one of my clients break out really bad. So that's why it says on the box to do a patch test to see if that client or that individual is gonna break out. But I like Kiss Express. It's semi-permanent. It lasts about anywhere from 2 to 3 shampoos, and I'll also put that link in the description below as well. And I use darkest brown. It's it looks natural. If you do black, depending on how you apply it, it could look fake. So you can see that area right here is lightening up. I still have the one guard on. I'm just trying to lighten up that area, because then I'm gonna come through and follow through with the 0 guard or your half guard or your 1/16 guard. Right here, this is the half guard on, and now I'm really trying to work this line out, that number, the number 1 line. Right here, I close it, and this is the 1/16 guard on there. You see how it lightened it up, and there's a little bit of a dark spot where my thumb is at, and that's just trial and error. You're gonna have some detail work, so come back with it. I always start with the lever open just because you don't want to create yourself another line, right? So right here, starting with the lever open, I'm just using the corners to bring that blend together. And you can see like I'm pointing and kind of like stepping back and stuff. It's because Alex, one of the barbers here at Land O'Lakes, he just started with us. We're doing kind of like a hands-on workshop right now during this video, so we're kind of explaining to him how to spread the blend and trying to perfect his weaknesses. You know, it's all about growth. Even though you have a license and you're cutting in the barbershop, that doesn't mean that you can't keep growing and keep learning. So I'm doing a haircut tutorial while doing a tutorial in real life. So right here, I went back to my one guard. And you can follow him at Lex Fades with a Z on Instagram. You can see how that spot is lightening up. And even though this, Loko asked for a high fade, I gave myself room to blend. I didn't start my first initial guideline too high because it's gonna look like a high and tight, and you're gonna see me fading at the very top of his head. So that's why I started that first guideline pretty low, or like midway, and gave myself room to blend. Because the end result is gonna be a high fade. This is just some touch-up work. We already have a rough draft, so now I'm just detailing. And detailing, it's super beneficial. I recommend this to any barber. Also, using the corners of the blade, it helps out so much. All right, y'all, so what you do to one side, you do to the other. I'm gonna speed this side up just a tad bit, but it's the same steps, starting with the lever close, then put it in the middle for the second guideline, right? And then open it up all the way to the half. And right here, this is super transparent. I checked my mirrors and I didn't go too high enough as I did to the other side. So, this is trial and error. I checked my mirrors and made sure that it was even, and it wasn't. So I went a little higher on this side. So now we're blending out that dark spot, those dark spots. And in the back of the head, it can be a little tricky. You can tell right here that, the back of his head kind of grows to an angle. It's not necessarily growing straight to the top of his head. So that's why you see me turning the clipper and cutting against the grain. Like that, you see? Making sure that, the hair is feeding into the blade. And right there, what I was explaining to him is, because he asked me, you did a 1.5 on top, but it looks like you're taking the 1 all the way up to where you have the 1.5. And I told him that it may look like that, but the tip of the guard isn't cutting any of the hair. So I kind of showed him that the teeth is just a tad bit lower than the top of the guard teeth. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so right here, just doing some detail work. The lever open, no guard, and just using the corners of that blade, to remove those dark spots. See how I turn the clipper so I can go against the grain? Alright, so right here I use my Andis MVPs, my 5-0 blade, and just remove all that bulk. And we're not going to use a shaver on his head because my man Loko does bump up, even though he likes it. Me, every time I cut his hair, I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. Right here, we're going to start edging him up with the Andis GTX-T outliners. And they are modified just because the plastic piece is cut off, but they're not zero gap. They're just adjusted to, to my liking. I can use them on kids and adults. You want to make sure the lineup is straight. That way when you apply the Kiss Express, it's a straight lineup. Alright, so right here, this is just me being funny. I'm combing the heck out of his beard, being, over exaggerating. And I don't know if y'all seen that video on Facebook going viral with the barber smacking the client and doing all this crazy stuff. I was like, bro, we should do it. He's like, hell nah. The hell you moan for?
Oh, that piece.
My first guideline. My second guideline.
It's strong.
No, blow dry it, bro. Blow dry so that it flows out. I want it straightened, bro. I want it straightened so that you can shape it. I want you to shape it. You don't have a beard.
It ain't ready to shape, bro.
Yeah. What the hell are y'all talking about? Oh, look, that photo is so inaccurate, dog. That's like the worst painting ever. Look, that got a real beard there. And he's supposed to go under the chin.
No, in that picture I had one, bro. That's when I was taking biotin.
Shut the f. Yo, leave that on there, bro.
I swear to God.
Leave that out. That was, you such a... Don't swear to God.
I will show y'all
Pull the photo up. Pull the photo up right now. Get out of here. You're such a liar. He said I was taking biotin. Oh, because all of a sudden he stopped taking biotin and now his beard went away.
Man, I had a beard. See? They playing. Alright, so right here I had Loko blow like a bubble. That way you can create a certain stretch. That way I could have a smooth, comfortable shave. And I am dry shaving him. I've done it before, so. And this right here, this is the Kiss Express. And I just use like a small applicator brush. This is the brush that comes inside the clippers whenever you buy new clippers with the little oil bottle. So, save these if you want to use like enhancements. So you see how it sticks as soon as you apply it. And then you just brush downwards. And you don't want to apply too much because then it's going to look fake. So make sure it's brushed in all the way through. And have a light hand with this. And all I'm doing is enhancing that line. I'm not fixing anything. There's no mistakes. That line is there. I just darkened it up with the enhancement. That's all. And doing the same thing to this side. And like I said, it lasts anywhere from 2 to 3 shampoos. That's what it says on the box. And there's no preparation needed. It comes straight out of the bottle. You don't need to mix nothing or anything like that. Alright, so right here, I'm just going against the grain on the edge, and then you're gonna see me apply the Kiss Express in that light spot right there. You see how it's light? The line is there. I'm just applying the enhancement over it. And right here, you want to brush into the hair, and then brush back down. Don't worry, I got that dark spot off of his forehead. Alright, this is the finished look. My number 1.5 against the grain with a high ball fade and beard with some Kiss Express enhancement. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. This is on my social media. Stay gifted, team gifted.